Hi, my name is Nathan Sloan. I'm a senior at MSU. I remember this one time, uh, my freshman year. My roommate and I were just minding our own business in our dorm, and we heard a bunch of yelling and screaming coming down the hall. And we went out to check what was going on, and these two roommates were having an argument and just yelling at each other. And one of them was Chinese, the other one was Korean, and they were just saying racial slurs back to each other, a bunch of stereotypes, and uh, basically saying like my race is better than your race, I have more money than you, I'm better than you, and it was just kind of a show of racial inequality and class inequality, kind of, and at the same time like prejudices too, and it got to the point where the Chinese student pushed the Korean student into attacking him, and that's when me and a few other people got involved and separated them. And I reacted the way I did because I honestly I didn't want them to hurt each other. Who would? And I'm sad that it got to the point where violence uh, had to occur for us to even get involved. Like, well, why had none of us stopped them saying the hurtful things back and forth to each other? So it eventually had to lead to violence. Given the opportunity, I definitely would have stepped in and stopped them before it even turned to violence. And it's just weird to see that like all of us just kind of watched it happening. Like we watched this kind of occurring and did nothing to stop it. And really, it had no other alternative ending than violence because we're just not phased by it. Like we didn't even realize that there was this kind of animosity between Chinese and Korean people. And I doubt even MSU probably did, and just stuck these two randomly together, like, oh, no big deal. And then all these racist and like ideologies kind of like pop out of the woodwork, and they just it just living in close quarters like that, they're gonna hit bump heads. They're gonna run into this, and honestly, because none of us would get in the way to stop them, it ended up in violence, and it's sad that it had to happen that way. But maybe if people had known better, not placed them in the same dorm in the first place, maybe it wouldn't have happened. Maybe if we had, well, obviously, if we had stepped in, we could have prevented the violence. But yeah, definitely given another opportunity, I would step in before it turned to